Hey guys, this is Chris, and I'm gonna show you a little quick trick that we did on the Deadpool soundtrack on one of the tracks to add upstroke to a guitar performance, to an acoustic guitar. This is the track, it's called The Proverbial Dust Biters. You might know it. And here's the guitar. So this is the final guitar that we had in the track, and as you can see, it's made out of two guitars, two performances. One of them is panned hard left and the other panned right. This is pretty typical for tracking acoustic guitars, mixing them. And they both come into this bus here. As you can see, besides the pretty typical like EQing and compression, the two additional effects that we are using is a stereo delay and stereo enhancer. Now, the enhancer, I don't need to focus too much on that. It's just something that we use to, first of all, make them sound a little bit wider, and also to make them to blend all over throughout like the stereo field. And just for a quick thing, I'm gonna show you how it sounds with and without the enhancer. So this is without. You can see it's pretty wide, but left and right. And with the enhancer, although it's supposedly should widen even a bit more, what it actually does, and in this case this happens because we have the hard left and hard right panning, so there's basically no real center material in this recording. But because the enhancer changes the phase a little bit, when you have similar material, it goes into the center, and then the difference of the tracks spreads even wider. And so in this case, we have this effect of basically spreading our guitars throughout the whole stereo field, while at the same time making them sound a little bit wider. But that's secondary. What I really want to talk about is the use of this stereo delay here. And to do that, I'm going to turn everything down and play you the original recording of the guitars, and actually just one by one at first. So notice the strokes of the guitar, which are mostly down strokes. And they occur mostly at the dotted quarter note. So 3/8 is one dotted quarter note. And listen to the other one. And together. So, and that's it. So if you see the stereo delay here, which I'm just using the stereo delay that comes with Cubase because it's very straightforward. It does the job perfectly fine. I'm not using any of the presets. What I've done is I've panned my it has two delay modules basically, which you can pan wherever you want. So one of them is panned hard left and one of them is panned hard right, so it matches the guitars, sort of. And this is used on the group track, mind you. So it's both of those signals come into here, and then both of them are delayed. So it's making a bit of an interaction with the guitars, because now both of the signals will be delayed in both left and right. So as I said, we've panned them hard left and hard right, which is typical. I think when you open up the delay, it actually is already pre-panned like that. And what we wanted is to emulate, to add, let's say, an artificial upstroke. So we have our two modules here, and one of them is set on the 8, so every two beats. So instead of a takata takata, you're gonna have another one tak 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 tak, and so on. And the other one is on the dotted quarter note, which eventually will start clashing. Both of them are on sync, so it's locked into the tempo of the track, obviously. So they will eventually, because of the original performance, they will start creating a sort of counterpoint between the delays. They are mixed softly, as you can see. It's 19.5 out of 100. And finally, actually, let's play and listen to the difference between the two, and then I'll tell you the last thing that we did to create this upstroke emulation. So let's hear it. Without it, and with it. You can instantly hear So there you have it. And what I want to talk about, the final detail to make it feel like an upstroke, was that we enabled the low filter here, which is basically a low cut, and we took out, as you can see, everything from 290 and on, which takes out a little bit of the body of the guitar. And why we did that is, in the delay you get both downstrokes and upstrokes that are being delayed, but usually the downstroke of the guitar adds a little bit more volume to the lower strings of the guitar instead of the thinner ones, the higher ones. But because on the upstroke you usually hit the thin string, not usually, you do hit the thinner strings first, so they are a bit exaggerated in volume. We took out all the low end of the delay to feel like all the delays are upstrokes. So let's hear it again. And now I'm gonna add all the so this is in full body of the guitars, in full effect. And now in the mix. Now without the upstrokes in the mix. As you can hear, the upstrokes make a huge difference in the mix, especially because they give this driving motion to the guitars instead of being like a bit of static, like tan tan tan. This gives it a really moving forward feeling. Okay, so that's it for this little quick tip. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye!